Alright, yeah. Productive Mondays all around. Mazel tov. But welcome back to Elden Ring. Uh, you know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. Or, well, shoot, I meant to post it in the Discord, but I'll post it tonight because it's a couple minutes long. I want to get away from the point, but we had a situation where we discovered the Dung Eater's operations, right? This time the victim was Blackguard Big Bogart, the guy who will boil us crab there north of the inner walls of Leyndell. Upon discovering our pal Blackguard Big Bogart, in his defiled state, the Dung Eater appeared and attacked us. But fate would intervene. In the pond where Blackguard Big Bogart is, there's a giant crab hiding in there. And during the fight, I aggroed the crab. Aggro crab, if you will. And in doing so, we set up a situation, and it was chasing me and attacking me. It missed me, hit the Dung Eater, realized it was doing damage. And so I ran around letting the crab, I let the crab do the work. I got beat up real bad, I kept my health up, and eventually it came down to the last hit. The Dung Eater strikes me down, hits me with a good one, bam, takes me right down. Triggers his, I'm gonna defile you and whatnot, dialogue. But as he's saying that, the crab wants, the crab's not finished yet, comes in, bam, smashes the Dung Eater in the middle of his rant, and I get the drops for him dying. His sword and something else, I believe, but definitely the sword. And oh man, you know what? I totally forgot to properly look up what happens if you kill him there. Because one of the reasons I was hesitant to attack him myself and let the crab do the work was I was like, well, I think you have to let the Dung Eater win there to progress his quest line. Because I was pretty sure defeating him there would cut the quest line, right? I even got a drop and everything. Now that being said, I returned to the round table hold to turn in Blackguard Big Bogart's bell bearing. It's a lot of bees. And so I could confirm whether or not I can continue to buy crab. And as sad as I am about Blackguard Big Bogart, I wanted to make sure that I could still do that, and I can. And then when I went to go shopping, who is still sitting there in the room but the Dung Eater, who is treating me as if he killed me and defiled my corpse, but I woke back up just fine. He gave me the dialogue in that scenario. I'm not sure if that dialogue happens in any case. But either way, he was like, alright, well, go find me. Since you resisted my curse, that means you're me. So you gotta go find me in the real world and defile my corpse. Can you do that for me? And I was like, alright. And then I went to the sewers, looking around, and got pretty lost. I'm lost in here. I don't remember the way to get to the Dung Eater. Also, yeah, okay. Right? Incredible stuff. I think the coin landed on its edge, so to speak. But we're gonna find out if we can find the Dung Eater's chamber down here. And if we can find the Dung Eater's chamber, if he's still there to kill, we'll do it. We'll do him what he wants to do. And we avoid getting defiled ourselves, which is quite nice. And again, I'm pretty sure I explored this way at the end of last session. Trying to determine where the Dung Eater is. You found it, Mr. Carrots? What have you found, my good friend? My friend the Lepus. Listen, I don't know why I like the word lepus for rabbits so much. I just do. Here. Is it here, though, really? I don't believe it. Oh. Okay. It's from the other way. You found me streaming. How dare you? Thank you for shouting out Mr. Carrots, by the way. Fausty, do appreciate you. And so, yeah, I've been kind of wandering the sewers, which suck, by the way, trying to discover where the dung eater be. Where has that turd floated up to? I remember it being a fairly straightforward operation before. Not this time. No, no, no. See, I know that flower down there is in an arrangement very similar to where the dung eater actually is, but that is not where the dung eater actually is. Hello, Mr. Carrots, your sewer tour guide. Yeah, I'm definitely in the back rooms of Leyndell right now. Look at that. Right? I mean, right? Wouldn't you look at it? I know I'm looking at. Oh, I know I'm looking at it. Wait, hold on. I think I figured out a way to look at it. Oh, no. I didn't like that. That looked scary. Alrighty. Aha! Okay. Whoa, there she blows. Oh, shit. Forgot to refill my magic. Come on, big buddy. Where'd you go? You give up already? Alright. So, I mean... Mother, she wrote, it's all about Earth. Oh, for real? Let's do it, Mr. Carrots. Huh? The podcasting duo, podcasting. I think that's a new term. We're gonna coin it. It's like being ghastly, but with pod. Okay, I'm fired. Forget about it. uh, huh. Well, neato, Faust. Make sure you post that on the Disco or on yours, and I'll wander over there and see it. Yeah, GG indeed. Okay, so yeah, I'm wandering around looking for the dung eater, and let's contextualize the location of the search. This is the sewers of the capital of Leyndell. It's kind of a dual-purpose facility. It's the sewers and the shunning grounds. You got somebody you don't want nobody knowing about. You got yourself an evil twin brother Hugo. You stick him in the hole and you forget about him. All right, that's just all there is to it. And that's essentially what the royal family of you know, the golden lineage been up to. You know, an omen is born, stick them in the hole. If they're not royal, cut their fucking horns off. And if they survive, stick them in the hole. Oh shit, it's, hey everybody, get ready. Mr. Carrots has triggered the thing. It's pictures taken instantaneously. I am a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Please everybody get ready for the instant memories and type into the chat, please. Fuzzy sewers. Sewer pickles. Well, whatever you like. No, don't say fuzzy holes. That one's not allowed. Mr. Carrots, you wascally wabbit. Alright, here. We'll pray for sunlight. That's fuzzy pickles, or excuse me, sewer pickles. Going once. Sewer pickles going twice. You sure did, Urkel. Alright. That was the line on Family Matters, right? he would do something, and he would say, "Did I do that?" And they would say, "You sure did, Urkel." Maybe I'm misremembering that. All right, Mr. Carrots. That's a good one, right? From the front of a live sewer audience. Or maybe it was a studio sewer, though. You know, the sewers beneath the WB lot, or whatever the hell Family Matters was produced by. It's the 22nd of May, 2023, Anno Domini. Mr. Carrots, thank you. Thank ye. There it is, Mother She Wrote. Well, thank you kindly on that one, Fausty. Thanks, mister. Thanks, mister. Chicken chow mani. Alright. Or we didn't make a better one. Only time will tell, Faust. Suffice it to say that I would never smear another productive person's work unless they are just a demonstrable chud somehow. In which case, all bets are off. Fuck them. Like that guy. Alright, not too sure where to go. I heard a scampering. I knew it. Mm-hmm. Bam. Alright. You hear a scampering, you turn and you look for that source, goddammit. Otherwise, you may have stepped your last. Oh yeah, you know, we are a certain sect of humanity, aren't we? The mother fans. Alright, so is the noise I make. Alright. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that we've killed most of the opposition. Oh, right. Here's something dark to contextualize this location. I believe it's a key. Is it a key item or is it a usable? It's a usable. It's a usable from what I recall. A reusable, in fact. Wait a minute. I hear somebody. Anyway, it's this guy. The Omen Bairn. I don't know how to pronounce that. Doll of a Curse-born Bairn uses FP to unleash wraiths that chase down foes. That yellowy magic you saw that other Omen casting at me, that's what they mean by wraiths. Omen babies have all their horns excised, causing most to perish. These fetishes are made to memorialize them. Please don't hate me or curse me, please. Bairn? Like aspirin? Excuse me. Or well, kinda, but with an N. So yeah, these horned people are born this way, and they're considered, well, a portent. There was an amazing discovery published by Tarnished Archaeologist on his channel about a reasonable suspicion as to what the omen are. And it's related to tree grafting. That the omen might represent aspects of the crucible trying to express themselves through the will of the Erd tree, which is the one shoot of the crucible that was favored and used to establish order. Where I hear a beetle. I hear a glow beetle. Where are you, glow beetle? You know, he's probably in the pipe. In which case, it's probably nothing to worry about, even. Okay, I'm trying to remember where to go to the Dung Eaters. I think it's down this way. I think where I was getting stuck before is I kept, like, we're starting here at the midpoint of the dungeon. Not the beginning of it. Oh, hey, you. Alright, that's fine. Come on up. You coming up? Oh, he fell. Never mind. That's fine. Come on up. I'll see to you. Alright, we're not about to get ambushed by like 30 of these, are we? Okay, see, yeah, there's one. Yep. Oh, shit. Okay. Smoked it. Capital. Okay. Hallelujah. When am I grafting on stream? Pretty soon. Alright, so this is one of the first ways we could come in. Alright. Whoa, there's a lobster down there. Look at that guy. Be wary of jumping. Sure will. Also, like, I just get the feeling one of these walls is illusory. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Don't even worry about it a bit. Oh, there's a guy right here. Oh, I can't hit him for some reason. There's another guy right here. Oh, I'm out of magic juice. Oh! Woo! God damn it. This is all your fault. Alright, well, I'm officially out of magic juice, which sucks. This build is heavily reliant upon the magic juice. Oh! I thought I fucked up. Ow! Okay, let's try this way. Alright, this is like the main avenue, isn't it? Yeah. Damn. No way across. I wonder if we could get behind that. Seems interesting enough, but these fellows here are quite large and probably very mean. And I'm out of magic juice. So let's continue this way. Now, well, I mean, the truth is I should sit at the grace spot and recharge anyway. I really wish I wasn't lost in this sewer right now, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, such is the price of knowledge. Which way do we go? This way. Alright. Alright, let's try to do this in a way that makes sense. Guess I kind of like this assortment of spells to be flank. Okay, so can go this way beyond this gentleman. And yeah, all the guys in here, They have horns because they are born of royalty, and for some reason the royals get to keep their horns. Ow! Right away. F. This looks more familiar to me. Yay, I think I found where the Dung Eater be. Oh boy, this is gonna be close. Alright, yay, I found it. Whew. I knew I just needed my brain the whole time. Okay. Is that thing always here? Or is it permanently dead? I think it's permanently dead. Yay. There's a big, one of those big old hands. Ah, here's our boy. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what the Dung Eater be up to. Let's get a little closer. He's already tied to a chair. But here we go. Excuse me. So, the Dung Eater. This guy. Reviled. Amongst all tarnished, right? And he is, in fact, tarnished. What's he up to? What's his deal? Well, look at his armor. Let's see. It's all rusty and gross and is covered in these, what look like, you know, well, bumps for a lack of a better word, but they're bumps that are shaped or even might be cut omen horns, right? When we observed him in combat, when he defeated us, he casts the yellowy spell type of the wraiths as described in that omen bairn item we saw. We can see on his chest he's got a sun hanging from the collar, right? That's around his neck. And the helmet upon his head is just, well, like a dome with perhaps only small breaches with which to see from. Azure, get out of the way. And he has been going around creating seedbed curses. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at that item now. We have a few of them. 4 of them, in fact. There it is. A curse grown on a corpse killed and defiled by the Dung Eater. A tender pox afflicted with omen horns. Like, it's explicit there. Omen horns. The Dung Eater cultivates the seedbed curse on corpses. By doing so, he prevents dead souls from returning to the Erd Tree, leaving them forever cursed. One of the most loathsome things found in all the lands between. Wild, right? So, the Dung Eater is related to the Omen. Well, this tracks, right? We find him in the Shunning Grounds, or at least very near. You know, in the adjacent sewer. But, I mean, you can think of the entire sewers as the Shunning Grounds, really. And he goes around making these seedbed curses. And we know, and he does this through a very depraved and disgusting process that the game only ever alludes to a little bit. It was enough to scare the shit out of Blackguard, Big Bogart, though. You know, and he was a tough guy, but he was chilled to the bone, right? But in any case, we know the Omen to be cursed and without the grace of the Erd Tree. It's one of the reasons they're stuffed in the sewers, because the Golden Order doesn't like to really fess up to or admit to the parts of it of reality that don't fit its outlook, right? The orthodoxy, so to speak. And the Omen are, since they're without the grace of the Erd Tree, they're regarded as bad. And other people who face this distinction include the Albinurics, and I believe the Misbegotten, the Chimera people, right? The ancestral followers are also, I believe, without the grace of the Erd Tree as well. Although the Golden Order's outlook on them is a little bit less clear. I don't think they're ever really mentioned. The Dung Eater then is definitely opposed to the Erd Tree and seeks to disrupt its role in the birth and rebirth of, humanity, I guess, by doing the hard work himself and individually cursing each person until they can, to individually prevent that person's, being taken into the Erd Tree and reborn through the Golden Order's process, right? And yeah, and he's done it a lot. And every person he does this to, if they have children, their children will be affected by the curse as well. And so it's his aim is to eventually exclude all people from the grace of the Erd Tree, thereby making it fully irrelevant. What his personal motivations for doing this are unknown to me. The only other item we have right now, I believe, that talks about the Dung Eater at all is his sword that we alluded to a bit earlier, the Sword of Milos. Which is just a grotesque H.R. Giger type sword, I suppose. It doesn't really even mention the Dung Eater at all in its description. Curious. Curious and curious. Let me get my screen back. All right. So, after we found our first great rune in our travels, this guy's summon spirit appeared in the roundtable hold. Still there. And he's like, "Oh, have you seen my pox? It's real gross." And, "Nah, you don't know nothing about it, whatever." And he lets you, he doesn't even really want to interact with you. That is until you discover one of these seedbed curses out in the world. And you come and talk to him again, and he's like, "Yeah, that's my, yeah, you want in on this?" Pretty much. And he's like, if so, let me out of the prison underneath the Capitol. And so we did. We opened the gate, left him behind, and, I guess he got back to the business of doing what he was doing. And unfortunately for us, caught up in this was Blackguard Big Bogart, who had originally told us about this guy. And he's the man who described to us the process he goes through to make a seedbed curse. And unfortunately, we found him done in with a seedbed curse in such a way. And that's where we had our fateful encounter with him. The crab appeared, bearing Bogart's spirit, we believe, in an instant reincarnation. And the coin landed on its edge, so to speak. But here he is. I don't believe he's going to be fussing at all.
A curse upon them all. They'll be born cursed, all of them, along with their children, and their children's children, for all time to come.
And we can see him through that breach in the helmet. Well, let's do the do. Yeah, I was gonna say, they're gonna fade to black for this. So now we're doing the horrible, awful thing.
Curse you, Golden Order. One day, you'll get what's coming.
Let's get a good look at him. Yeah, he's got a breach right here. And yeah, that sun is definitely meant to be evocative of Solaire. Like, this man is kind of like an anti-Solaire, so to speak. Like how Patches is just straight up Patches, but Solaire looks like this now.
One day.
Alright. Have fun. I think that's all we gotta do? Well then, let's go back to Round Table Hold and see what he's got to say here, if he is here. Also, he seemed more lucid than usual in the real world. Oh, he ain't there. He gone. Not even a message this time. Okay. So, we'll beam back there then. And we will seek his cell once again. It's unfortunate that there's no grace site right there. Because you gotta kind of go through this whole big-ass walk. Poor little fellas. Don't do it. Oh man, yeah. I spent so much time searching around for no good reason last session. Hey buddy, I'm back. Anything shaking? You need me to do the curse again? Okay, no new dialogue, that's fine. Alright, so we'll wait. Okay. Since that's the case, we'll return to the scene of the crime, and then we will explore the north side of Leyndell, at least the north side of the walls of Leyndell. And I believe there's a tomb or 3 to check out around there. Well, probably not 3, but like this huge graveyard on this slope here, between the outer wall and inner wall of Leyndell. This whole thing here is a big mortuary hill, or a cemetery hill, rather. Also, there's an omen over here, I just remembered, and he's got some commoners around him. And they seem to be just chilling at the foot of this minor Erd tree here, which happens to be the minor Erd tree nearest Godwyn the Golden, by the way. This is omen with its horns removed. Yeah, there are no fully horned omen above ground. They're all underground. Now, why are some of the omen above ground? Why are the horned ones below ground? Why are they armed as such? All this has to do with Morgoth. Morgoth, who is an omen himself, and the son of Lord Godfrey and Queen Marika. And after the Shattering, when Morgoth came to power in Leyndell, by hiding his identity as well. That's why, in part, he's known as the Veiled Monarch of Leyndell. Among his orders were to arm the Omen and release them on grounds of being shock troopers, essentially. This is also why I believe the Omen in the subterranean shunning grounds, the horned ones, they're armed for the same reason, except, you know, they're limited to patrol underground. Oh man, is he still there? I was hoping they would have de-resed him, give him some dignity. Rip Boggart. Sorry, pal. But we still have these spots down here to investigate outside the walls. That's right, there's a rune bear off to the left that I recall. But we are going to go ahead and handle this here hero's grave, or whatever they calls them. It's probably going to have a chariot in it. I hope not, but it probably will. Once again, a hero's grave, and indeed Erdtree Root Catacombs. Original construction dates back to that of the Eternal Empire, as evidenced by the style of columns we see here, the statues we see here. Hard to tell when our light goes out. And have since been repurposed by the Golden Order for their own usage. Just like the regular Root Catacombs. Jingo. Oh, it ducked it. There we go. Man, those basilisks, huh? Also, that was pretty loud. I turned up the volume for the Dung Eater dialogue and forgot to turn it back down. The Golden Epitaph. That's a fancy looking meatball. Let's have a closer look. It's a type of straight sword made to commemorate the death of Godwyn the Golden, first of the demigods to die, infused with the humble prayer of a young boy. Oh brother, Lord brother, please die a true death. Last rites. Raise the epitaph to grant the effect of sacred order to yourself and allies in vicinity. Alright, so yeah, gives it a holy stat. And it's usable as we are, but cool. So my headphone strap is laying heavy tonight. Don't know why. Normally I don't feel it. Tonight it feels like 5 or 10 pounds on my head. Also, here comes. This is a chariot track if I've ever seen it. Here it comes. Alright, let's see. Hopefully we can get ahead up to this place. Not fair. Come on. Damn it. There we go. That's Lightarosis. So we're combining both concepts here right now. Excuse me. Gotta be stone cold, you know? Okay. Woohoo! You did it. Any danger? Fuck. Not too bad. I feel like we're the appropriate level for this place right now. Alrighty, give me a second. Oh shit. Yeah, okay. I think we'll hold right here for a second. Let me go ahead and take a quick break. Let's see if we can get away from the noise of those guys. This is a little bit better. Hey, Glitzy-chan, welcome in. Yeah, it's not too loud here anyway. I guess I can always just turn down the game volume. Be right back, gang. I am going to take me a quick little breaky-wakey. Thanks for hanging through the break. think we're good to go. Okay, so just testing out the volume of my sword swipes. Okay. Like Gorsh, indeed, right? Uh-huh. Okay, so this one goes up, that one goes down. Alright, now it's really loud. Hey, what's up, waifus? Yes, this dungeon. I know, right? Woo! Mother bitch! Good night, sucker. I was gonna say, why isn't that doing its thing? Yeah, I will be wary of skeleton, thank you. Alright, so it's just going that way now. Alright, just right here. Should be fine. Gosh, I hate this shit. Gotta be stone cold. Oh shit, it's Calu Crow. Speaking to, well, stone cold as in cool as hell, that is Calu Crow. Sorry, it's really loud right here. There's lots of things spinning around, churning, bubbling, all the rest. How you doing, Crow? How did your session end? At what part of the remake did you end? Oh, man. Gotta kind of figure out where to go, right? Made it. It's true. I will survive. Oh man, the door's closed. Oh, okay, we can just open it. Phew. Phew. I have to look sharp. Things are crazy. Well, welcome in, Raiders. I'm your casual internet acquaintance, Negatron00. And this is the very, very loud, Oriza's Hero grave. Oh man, I'm glad they didn't want me to have the lever. You could just open the door here. That's good. Also we have double trouble here. All right. Getting them Dark Souls 1 vibes right here. How you like it? Fancy pants? Eh. But yeah, I don't know if I already said it. I might have. But if you got a raid and fade, I can dig it. I appreciate you for hanging out with Crow and then coming through with the raid. But if you want to chill and hang out, we're doing the lore focus playthrough of Elden Ring. But I'm afraid at the moment it's very gameplay focused on account of the automated chariots of death. Yeah, look, you can still see it flipping around up there. You can't get no peace. And it looks like we're at a boss door. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a sip of some coffee. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to shout out some pals. Notable, your friend Andy. Also notable, local teachers in your area. One day you'll stream, I know it. That's the stream alert. All right, historical waifus. I see you there. Yeah, the heroes' graves are a pain in the booty, if you ask me. Uh, Elaborate contraptions that, you know, really force you to remember that this is a video game. This is video games. But here, we're gonna eat some crab. We're gonna drink our physic. We're gonna go through the mist. We're gonna press the wrong button a couple times and waste some time. Then we're gonna summon our pals, the skeletal militiamen, because there's a couple of goddamn crucible knights in here. God damn it. Alright, no worries. No worries at all. Alright, well, one of them's down, right? No, don't kill Larry. Alright, they're good. What's happening here? Woo! Oh! Okay, this is fine. Oh, fuck! That's fine. Oh. Woo, woo. Woo! Alright. Whew. Whew. Hank! Get my back! Fuck. Oh! Oh shit, we're out of juice! Woohoo! Hank, get him! Oh shit. Oh shit! Oh, I fucked up on my stance there. Thanks, Hank. Too bad Larry didn't make it. And sorry if I clipped the mic a few times there. Got a little crazy. But, looks like we, first tried it. Welcome in, Rudy. And good night, Crow. Thanks for hanging out. First try. Yeah, Hank OP. I love working with those guys. They're my buddies. Alright, we got Ordorvis's stuff. The Crucible Axe set. Some more Crucible Gauntlets and Greaves. So, Crucible Knights buried in a hero's grave. Or at least guarding a hero's grave, right? Yeah, right? They weren't ghosts. They were alive. Until recently. Ordovis's greatsword. Greatsword of Ordovis, one of the two honored as foremost amongst the Crucible Knights. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Rudy. Oh, it would have been a shame, Drake Lair, because it definitely would have gotten put to the wayside. Thank you for the hydrate, Drake Lair, and welcome in. Follow Drake Lair. He's a nice guy. I'm not too sure how much longer I'm going to be going on stream tonight. It's going to be pending a text message I receive in the next few minutes, but we'll find out. Otherwise, I'll probably might even go on a couple more hours. Let's see. This sword is imbued with ancient holy essence. Its red tint exemplifies the nature of primordial gold and is said to be close in nature to life itself. Ordovis's vortex. Say that 3 times fast. Channel the power of the crucible to spin the entire sword in midair, building momentum before slamming the blade down onto the ground. Neat. You need quite the strength to be able to wield this sucker around, though. Oh yeah, we did get some armor bits as well. Let's have a look-see. Before we just had the Crucible Tree Helm. Now we have the Axe Helm. The axe ornamentation is the knight Ordovis's mark, displayed also by his men, holds the power of the Crucible of Life. Strengthens aspects of the Crucible incantations. And likewise, the knight Siluria, and displayed by her men. I defeated the knight Siluria down in the Nameless Eternal City. For the record. But, I mean, other than that, looks like, once again, a fairly standard root catacombs, with the exception of the, of course, windows visible to the outside. Where would this outside be, by the way? We're, like, way over here. There was no real effort made by the game designers to make what's underground make sense with what's above ground. Kota. Oh, well, nice, waifus. Well, I'm glad you are you enjoying it? Do you enjoy it? Because that's important too. Okay, well, we handled that. Over here, there is yet another tomb, the Oriza side tomb. Has the same name as the one we just went into. Who was Oriza? And why were the... Locked by a device, huh? Yeah. Why were the Crucible Knights guarding, ostensibly, an empty root tree catacombs, you know, main burial chamber, or whatever you like. Also, a lot of jars around here. I don't want to kill them. I feel bad about it. Also, I believe I just simply passed. Oh, no! Where we'll go? Who knows? It's just somewhere else within the dungeon. That's not so bad, actually. Yeah. I was excited to go someplace. Nice. Yeah, I like my coffee because it's got weight to it. You can tell you're drinking essential oils. Heavy essential oils. Oh, you son bitch, I knew you were there. Oh! Come at me. Ugh, yeah. No jerk. Excuse me. Comet nukes him. Will... Oh, Night Comet nuke him? I don't know. Yes, it will. Yeah. Hey-oh. Whoa. I knew my senses was tingling. Is this gate interactable? No. You know what? I did explore this dungeon for a while, and I remember getting frustrated that I couldn't find the freaking lever. kept finding ensnarement traps. Oh, I hear him scampering. Why can't I see? Oh. I remember them hitting me a lot harder. Okay. The thing has infinite range. I don't know if you know this. Alright. So, let's try this guy. Ooh, there's a whole jar man right there. I don't want to fight you, jar man. I just want to leave. Isn't there? Oh, okay. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Fuck. Oh, shit, I'm out of juice. Of course I am. Ow. That's one. Ugh, and two. I'm so sorry. You guys made it real hard on me, man. Alright. I was thinking there was a lever around here, and I just couldn't see it. But no dice. Does this send me back the way I came? Or yet someplace else? Oh, right, that's, yeah. And yes, this apparently shunted us right back where we came, thereby making us murderers for no reason. Stay back, little fella. Said stay back. Oh man, we got enough for a level. We got to be careful. I forgot that we did all that killing with the Crucible Knights. Now this is a different place because I already killed these guys. I already killed the. Like, this is a different place, even though it looks identical. I swear to God. Because I killed the guys who were up here. Or at least one of them. Maybe those other two just didn't aggro for some reason. No, this is the place. Mm-hmm. Oh. Damn it. Now I know I killed the guy who was up here. I feel like if I drop down now... First off, confusion. Yeah, see? Things are happening. I'm in like some kind of parallel universe now. Yeah, check it out. We're in a parallel dungeon. Looks exactly the same in all ways. Except nothing I've killed is alive. I bet you if I go up this way, I'll find something crazy. If Elden Ring gets more DLC, I will see some of the places mentioned in the character backgrounds. Oh, like outside of the lands between? Oh boy. Yeah, that would be... a crazy thing for them to see. They would have to code entire new land masses and stuff. I don't. Oh God. Ugh. Oh God. That was awesome. All right. Yeah, I understand what's happening now. Kinda. Because we still haven't found the lever. The lands beyond. Ooh. That's a good one. Goes with it. Okay. Well, if everything else is the same except for that other stuff, then, yeah, see, look, there's items over here we haven't got. Okay. Fucking weird, right? What a mean trick for them to play. Be like, psych, laters, here's a whole nother dungeon. Alright, so this should lead into it. Also, there should be a guy around here. Ready to ambush me? No? Okay. Okay. More jar guys, but they're tiny. Should be easier to deal with. Plus a ladder. Hey, little fellas. Oh, wait, you guys are gonna light on fire, aren't you? Cracked pot. Cracked pot. Or maybe not. They got gold wax seals, by the way. Can you guys climb ladders? Nope. Snake eater. And there's the switch. We did it. And here's the real beginning of the dungeon. Wow, that sounded crazy. Wait. This is a different place too. Man, I'm gonna have to be careful. Plus, I'm out of heals. Shit. Alright, well, the only place left besides that box there at the beginning is this thing. No enemies, making it creepy. Okay. Ooh, that scared me. I don't know what reality I'm in now. Let's see. I think there's reality A, B, and C at this point. Alright, so I think I'm in reality B. I think we will just go to this one again. Whoosh. The reality where the horse is tiny and Radon is big. I mean, strike that, reverse it. Alright, now I think we're in reality A. This dungeon horde. Just trying to get to where the boss door be. Oh wait, hold on. I think we're close. I think we're close, aren't we? Uh-oh. Hell yeah, crab. It's delightful. It's all modern paved suburbia. Oh god. Alright, well, at least we're still finding stuff. I would really, really like to find... Whoa! Like to find the gray site. Who lordy, and I can't just... I swear to God. I swear to God. Okay. So... we're going here. I think. Hireling shot. I feel like we're in a Scooby-Doo mystery. Okay. Now. Alright, this leads to ladder. That's the lever. This is the box at the beginning, which I don't think we tried. Which I don't think we tried. Okay, which leaves us here. Alright, the boss door. God damn, it's crazy. Okay. Alright. So, well, we're out of heals and stuff. Where's the, where's the damn grace site? Isn't it right here? It is, thank God. Oh no, Mobius strip. Intelligence is 69. Yeah, buddy. Right. Nice. Our intelligence is nice. Okay, so yeah, we're going to break out with the boiled crab. It is. It's the funny number. And militiamen, come to my aid. Grave Warden Duelist. What the hell is... Oh. Oh, and he's got little pot guys around him. God damn it. Warrior jars. Ugh. Wow, they each have boss death animations. How about a little fire, duelist? Hank, Larry, reconstitute and get in here. That's the spirit. Hey, come on, get in here. There you are. Sweet. Made short work of that jerk. Soul Jars of Fortune Ashes. It's a pun. Believe it? Hank, Larry, good work. Da-da-da-dun. Alright. So we found the Soldier Boy act. Let's see here. Summons 3 little living jar spirits. These reckless spirits sacrifice themselves to vanquish their summoner's foes and explode upon death. Though their bravery is admirable, their explosions can harm friend as well as foe, and so they will also immediately explode on contact with fire. Tell the others, tell them how brightly a fire jar burns. Kaboom! Well, what a dungeon, huh? Wrong button. Sweet. I just sold me a pair of Chun-Li cuffs, gang. Those are pretty easy. Make those pretty easy on stream, maybe. Who knows? Huh. Well, I mean, now is the time that I would be getting off a stream if I was to go... pick up my girlfriend tonight. Alright, well, we got these dungeons handled anyway. And I suppose the time has come once again to assail the capital? I believe that's what we want to do. I do declare. Alright, well, it's a little risky on account of the rune bear. Where is he? There he is. Let's see if we can kill the rune bear. Okay. Okay, well, let me just... Oh, fuck. Come on, get a move on, horse. Failing at this. Get greedy, get greedy. Woo! That was more stressful than the bosses. Rune bears. You saw what happened. You leave me alone, tiny bear. Huh. Alrighty, hell you. My thing is that the duelists were formed from a competing society that practiced serpent worship instead of tree worship. Neither side wanted to destroy the other purely to keep fighting. I know that the ones we see are in actual, they're like gladiators. So they're almost like cosplaying the serpent worshipping enemy. And in fact, I think it's known that when these guys retire, they end up becoming pumpkin heads and they send them out to the battlefield. At least I think that's the common understanding on that one. But they are definitely like, because the way the timing of that works, right, is there would have to be a serpent enemy in the time of Godfrey or prior, like the Crucible era or before, which obviously isn't Rykard, right? Since Rykard is obviously the child of Radigan and Renala, who came to become an item during the later part of the Golden Order unification period. Tell you what, I'm going to take a quick break and hopefully ascertain whether or not the streamer is going to be ending in the next minute or two. Stand by with me, gang. Yeah, was captured during these wars were placed in fight. Oh, I see what you mean. Because it has a lock on it. Well, I figured they might have been prisoners either way. But yes, good stuff. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry for leaving the stream all quiet. I think we're good to keep going. I was unable to get a reply. Suffice it to say, I might have to leave in a hurry, if it comes to it. But we'll probably be okay. Okie dokie. But yeah, let's see. Yes, I read what you wrote about the Crucible era, Golden Order, transition, and Serpent Worshippers. So the Serpent Worshippers were probably active like everything else was during the Crucible era, right? We don't really know a heck of a lot about the Crucible era, aside from, Godfrey was active during it as Horaloo, and then came to the attention of Marika. Let's see. I guess we should sit down. Just recharge our stuff. Okay. And once again, we will be wandering into Leyndell. We're gonna pass the time till morning so we can explore. Exploring in the morning. Before we go in. Also, wow, super clear day. You can see the mountaintop of the Giants looming over the Altus Plateau. Out to the north, we see the mostly dead minor Erd tree. It's not like fully dead, but mostly dead. In fact, let's see. Yeah, you can't get to the north of the wall here. It's just empty. And the edifice of the inner wall itself, which has a chunk missing here, possibly a part of the dragon assault, which we'll see further evidence of. Right, just like one of many, because for all we know that there's like a bear worshipping tribe too, or something like that. But of course, where does all this interact with the beastmen? Pray. As in pray tell. Banished Knight gear. Chest plates and helms. This area has construction, like, see, this lift is an awful lot like Stormvale's lift, Castle Morn, and indeed the Round Table Hold, aka the Fortified Manor. We should run into Bach here in just a second. What do you make of these banners? Historical waifus, the red Great Tree banners. I've heard these described as not necessarily Erd Tree, but maybe Great Tree. And that might be as to why they appear in the same condition in Volcano Manor as they do here. And do you think the Great Tree was deciduous or coniferous? No, in the real world, you can't graft a deciduous tree to a coniferous tree. But I've heard that given as a conceit. Because, like, these banners are held in regard here, right, in this chapel. Right? We have a chapel here, for crying out loud. I can't remember the item that was on that fella. Which is kind of a shame. Nice rug. But if this was a chapel to X, what is X? Pre-shattering emblem? Well, that would be Erd Tree then. I think it might be Great Tree. This whole playthrough has been kind of in the search of the Great Tree, so to speak. There's something below the roots on the banner. Yes, there is. Let's see if we can get a good looky. Well, oh, no. um, I couldn't say. Couldn't say. Fascinating though. How you doing, heathen of the Outlands? How are you? Oh no, not the pews. Well, that's what happens when you treat circle as the cancel button in this game. But let's see, at the same time, one of the things that makes me think that these banners are probably Erd Tree and not Great Tree is the relief here on this door, which is an Erd Tree relief. We can see either the Erd Tree, this is very hard to see in this setting here. Hold on, maybe I can find a better example of it. Gosh. Alright, let's go find a better example of it. But you could see America's bedchamber right here. See this this building in the distance? That feature is visible in that relief. Also visible in that relief, or if it's not America's bedchamber, it might be this building slightly lower with the same style of roof, and that's the Erd Tree Sanctuary. So being that those bits of architecture are in that relief, I placed that door's construction sometime during the Leyndell period, right? Which postdates the Crucible quite a bit. And so these doors might be a replacement to doors that were built with this chapel, or these are just Erd Tree banners. But let's see if I can get it. I'll just zoom in. Enhance. It's not enhanced enough. Enhance. You can just kind of barely see it. Hold on a second. Give me some friggin' brightness here, please. Alright, you can just about see it there. Center of frame, right? That building there, that's either America's bedchamber or the Erd Tree Sanctuary. In fact, the way it is, both might even be represented. Hanging like fruit from the tree are like people. We can see. Working our way down. Yeah, definitely Age of Plenty stuff. The really really busy murals and things are always like Age of Plenty stuff. Like look at the roots going crazy, uh, so on and so forth. Let me look at the other one. This one's even darker, but you can see it's the same relief. Right. I mean, that kind of goes with it, right? That's the whole. It's part of the allegory. You know, this whole game is essentially an allegory on well, world history through the Western lens, so to speak, with what would end up becoming uh, Abrahamic monotheism. You know, here we have a gardener statue, as it's called. Waifus, you would remember that this is the same figure we see stood upon the crucible, that stump shape with the wild crown sprouting. Oh my goodness, hold on, I'm getting. Oh, okay, good. Whoa. SFEL be getting that good work done. And yeah, stream will continue for a couple hours. What exactly? And I think that's first of all, let's appreciate what kind of product Elden Ring is. It's a video game in, you know, in a period of like globalism happening, and I don't mean that in the political weird way that you might hear people. I mean literally in that there is a global economy where me personally, I can access products, goods, and services from people almost anywhere on the entire earth by way of the internet. Uh, and, and thus we have a person like Miyazaki who grew up as this global kind of economy sort of congealed, who himself had an interest in Western medieval history type stuff, knights in shining armor and stuff as a child growing up in Japan, and soaked up about as much of that stuff as he could. He's on record saying this, and it is known that there was access to such art exhibits and things in the areas he grew up in as a kid, and and he read a lot of stories in this type of setting as well. And like son of a gun, if he hasn't achieved a synthesis in how these type of archetypes work, right? It's like well, I mean, just like we said, through a lens, and what a wonderful lens it is, in my opinion. Uh, I not to trivialize it or anything, but if one understands the type of industrial economy required for, say, a cheeseburger to exist or a pepperoni pizza to exist as an easily accessible commodity, uh, Elden Ring's right up there. It's cheeseburger status in terms of significance in the type of emergent cultural product it is, and that's even before really talking about it as a video game. I mean, it's big, right? The fact that I can roam around here conducting pseudo archaeology, the fact that an entire economy of content creation has sprouted up around the sheer interpretation of the Rosetta Stones that are the Soulsborne series in all its various iterations. The fact that that's even possible is a staggering achievement. Absolutely staggering. And I think it's an achievement that has not yet really achieved real appreciation. It's intense. It's really intense. And like let's not belittle the rest of the creative people around Miyazaki, of course. He's one person in a team of many. We know how long this credit roll lasts. I mean, but all credit where it's due, of course. There is a central creative direction in this product, but yes, indeedy, like Wowie's Alley. And this filters down to, of course, yours truly. I'm here on Twitch.tv. I'm sure a sub or two has pinged while I've been playing this and all the rest. You know, money changed hands. Also, hi Bach. Wait, Bach, where are you? Oh, whew, thank you, Bach. You scared me, man.
Bach the seamster, at your service, master.
You're one of the good ones, Bach.
Ready to make adjustments to your garments.
Bach the demi-human, everybody. Damn you, Miyazaki, for making me love Bach. And of course, you know, we include the chat in all this as well, right? Like, this entire greater human experience we get to have eye rolls, you know? uh, it's pretty sweet, in my opinion. Alright, nothing special. I keep, like... Whoa, wait a minute. I don't think I've ever altered the Preceptor's gown. Oh, and this one is one of the ones that has a different, appearance. Or, description, rather. See, look. Worn by the magic preceptors who served in carrying royals, glintstone sorcerers, like the real in-depth one, and then this one's just... This one used to have stuff over it. It looks really cool, though. I think I'm going to alter it and see what it looks like.
Oh, going so soon? Please do be safe on your journeys.
I sure will, Bach. Oh, look, here, check it out. Here's a extremely well-lit relief. Dun 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 dun. Right. What have we got? It's like worse, literally, in every way except equipment load. Does look like a Jedi robe, doesn't it? Yeah, we ain't gonna be wearing that. Not on that. Gonna keep my astrologer reds on and my blue cloak over it. This room is pretty. As you can see, it's absolutely adorned, corner to corner, up and down, left and right, even upon the furniture, with Erdtree depictions. And of course, many of them, the depiction I was having to strain our eyes at before. Yeah, there we go. This one's even easier to see with greater contrast. As we saw before, America's bedchamber. The appearance of what looks to be people as fruit. And yeah, what I find interesting, though, is that we don't ever really see people being taken up in the roots in the reliefs and things. Yeah. I mean, it's alright. But I definitely like my astrologer reds, which is funny because it's like my initial equipment, except for the hood. But yeah, we have, oh, I shouldn't have zoomed out yet. These depictions of Erdtrees also surrounding us. I am really indecisive of which one I want to look at. But once again, we see plainly top center the bed chamber. Have I been calling it birthing chamber? Bed chamber and or Erdtree sanctuary and the fruit of the Erdtree, which is to say people. Here's the roots, a little bit less emphasized than usual in Age of Plenty stuff, but the canopy more than makes up for it. But once again, no depiction of anybody being absorbed. How many figures are in the tree? It might be America's children. Well, here's another thing, though. It's also believed that America's children might have been far greater in number than just who have been named, like say Godwin and Godefroy, and I guess. Wait, well, that's another question actually. Who begat Godefroy and Godric? Was it America? Oh, yeah, suffice to say, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 8. I see 8. That is to say, 2 rows of 4 that are kind of U-shaped rows. Here's the first 4 below the sanctuary, and then there's another 4 down there. If you're counting 6 up here, how I had it framed before, though. Oh my goodness, Dracolair, you're giving us the business with pictures taken instantaneously and before photographs using as soon as I so myself. Everybody get ready for instant memory. Type to the chat, please. Fuzzy Erdtree. Sure. Thank you, Dracolair. It is kind of fuzzy. I'm gonna say fuzzy tapestries. Let's get fancy. Hey Pat, get up in there. Fuzzy tree works too. Everybody, type in something fuzzy, or pickles, whatever you want. Ooh. Right, that's what I've established too, waifu. But like what I've seen established too. But at the same time, who's the in betweens? All right, we got it. How you doing, Pat? Thank you, of course, Dracolair. Let's shout out our pal Dracolair real quick. With the big one. It's the big one. Alright. So yeah, we're talking about the Erdtree. This tapestry apparently depicts it in the Age of Plenty. Which is also the period of time that the Golden Order was expanding its influence by way of military conquest. Yeah, that's another thing that makes me like say like that to the greater will. Is like, okay, way to go. Way to get your way. You still have to do warfare. How are you any better than some stinky mortal? Want people to worship you. Bah humbug. Hoo-ha and flibby, flibbity, fliggity, jibbity, flabby. I'm sorry for my language. But yeah. And these are all in stark contrast to the red banners we saw in the previous chamber. Let's run back and have a look. Let's run back and have a look. Running back and have a look. It's a bit of a run. So perhaps this banner represents the Erdtree and it's in an early state, you know? Perhaps, like, because I hear, look at these statues right outside the way here. The gardener statues with the crucible cut back to where there's just the one shoot, and it's now more developed than we saw it in the other depiction. And I think we're seeing about 7 blades on this thing now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I guess it depends how you count it, but maybe 8. But this would be the Erdtree in its early state after the Crucible. Still small, still growing, but very tall and narrow. In contrast to how it appears in Leyndell heraldry, which is what we see on the soldiers and shields and stuff. Also, we're clearly in a garden-y type zone. We saw some potted plants coming in. Let's keep that in mind. Some of them a little, growing into the walls and stuff. Are these vines part of the big vine networks? Like we see these very large vines crawling around America's bedchamber. for instance. Perhaps the Red Banner is Leyndell emblem before alliance with Liurnia. Perhaps. Perhaps. But yeah, I've been talking about my run as kind of being a search for the Great Tree, which is the tree that preceded the Erd Tree, the tree whose stump became the Crucible. I am very, very interested in that tree and its origins, and the information in the game about that tree has been extremely scant. In text, it exists only in this description here. Resin secreted from the roots of the great tree. The roots of the great tree, capital G, proper noun great tree, were once linked to those of the Erd tree. Or so they say. And it is for this reason catacombs are built around great tree roots, establishing that the roots we see in those catacombs are in fact great tree roots. But we know that Erd tree burial takes place there. And so it has kind of become the consensus that the roots of the great tree are indeed now the roots of the Erd tree. Like the Erd tree took it over. As opposed to, this is one of the things that kind of leads people to thinking that the Erd tree is actually a different kind of tree grafted onto the Crucible and then fostered into being the main tree. Because the Crucible, all the sprouts being crazy as they are supposed to be sprouts of the same tree. You know. That's right. Like, see, like, the linked to the Erd tree, but see, that little bit that comes after that, the or so they say, makes me think it's one of those things that's kind of, you know, become misquoted, like in the history of this world. You know, they say the roots of the Erd tree and the Great Tree were once linked because people of the present have a hard time understanding that the roots they see in the catacombs and stuff are not the original roots of the Erd tree, but are in fact a original root system for a tree that preceded the Erd tree. Like, I don't know, that little or so they say kind of gives me a little bit of flexibility and interpretation with the once linked to the Erd tree, as you say. Perry Queen Lucy, let's go. Let's go, Lucy. Congratulations. That's an incredible undertaking. I have yet to touch Tears of the Kingdom yet. Right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it big time. Welcome to Elden Ring. I knew you would. I knew you would. Just like you went on this one. Everybody, Perry Queen Lucy, I believe on temporary hiatus, but as you can see, a go-getter when it comes to the video game playing, crushing Tears of the Kingdom in record time. Let's see. Ooh, what do waifus say? There's a certain process some trees can undergo where a root system can become a full tree in itself. There's a tree in America somewhere where... Yes, I think it's a type of aspen or something like that. But yeah. This is known as root sprouting. Many trees do this. And there are many instances of forests where, you know, some of the tree population is actually the same tree, but just like all different trunks sprouting from the same root systems. This is one of the things that bugs me about minor Erd trees. I'm still kind of on the fence if a minor Erd tree is a sprout of a seed that we see, the golden seeds that we see, or if it's a root sprout. Or if we could tell that either is possible, right? Now, we see golden seeds in the vicinity of golden sprouts here and there. These also bother me because they appear within the construction of roads that should date back to the Eternal Empire, and so therefore should predate the Erd Tree altogether, and thus there shouldn't be little gardens for Erd Tree sprouts. But anyway, that's besides the point. Oh, of course, parried Queen Lucy. You know, also possible. Like, this is the stuff that fascinates me the most, and I'm also absolutely positive that, uh, uh, that this quest will be like, you know, call me Ahab, or I mean, I am Ahab. I'm after the great white whale that is the great tree. Also, these are Oracle Heralds, I believe they're called. They trumpet. They play the trumpet. Envoy's Horn. Golden Horn of the Oracle Envoys. Profoundly weighty. Its blows are sure to be felt. Originally an instrument, but one that cannot be sounded by a mere human, or perhaps it's too early to sound the call. These guys are sounding them off. And they are here in the Erdtree capital, and they all seem to be kind of trumpeting in the same direction. This guy's kind of, oh yeah. Look at them roll around. What's their deal? These are among the more mysterious enemy types, too. Do you know why that massive dead tree by the windmill village is? Or what the massive dead tree by the windmill village is? Hold on, let me silence the hornblower here. There we go. Sleep in heavenly peace. Whoa. Oh, let's see. Windmill Village. I'm not sure I'm recalling a dead tree. I know there's a minor Erd tree down here in the valley where all those worm faces are. I'll focus on that, though. You tell me. Compass north, west, south, or east from this minor Erd tree. Northeast of the village. Oh, you mean the one that's like out in the wilderness? Yes, I do know what that is. That's a whole location in the game, I believe. Unless I'm thinking of a wrong thing, I'd be astounded to discover that it's something else, but I'm pretty sure that's the Hireling tree. One day we'll be there. Weird, the heralds of a new god arrive, then, just by sheer coincidence, the nameless tarnish who defeated everything in the path arrives too. Right? Oh, so you're thinking they're heralding me. I mean, the Erd tree is where gods are anointed. Also, check this place out. Oh, shit. Where the hell did you come out of, Mr. Guy? Very hard to see. Freaking page. Perfumer's Bolt. So this is a perfumer's laboratory. I mean, the timing lines up pretty well. They also appear at the Hireling tree, though. And it's believed that the significance is millennia. But here in the Erdtree capital, I believe the significance would be just the fact that America is in there still, I think. Or, well, you know what? Maybe they are heralding us. It's weird that they're all in the perfumer's quarter. And who else shows up at the Hireling tree? Yeah. But I mean, that argument could be made for absolutely every location and thing in the game. But to be fair, that could be the whole deal. Alright, we'll take a good look at the perfumer's quarters. It's really cool. I mean, they're growing all kinds of crazy plants in here. They got all their stuff drying out. They got their bottles of their concoctions. They got these guys. Ugh. Sweet. Nuked them. Here are the containers for the artillery shell type spikes we see out in the battlefield that were employed during the second defense of Leyndell. Vines with yellow flowers. Curious. Just jack up the place. All kinds of literature probably on the subject, containing all kinds of formulae. Captain Sekatai. It's our pal, the captain. Let us shout him out. Captain Sekatai and the companies, or in the Soul Crew. That's my song for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. Hi, May Megan. Dreadful Kamasuta. Are you dreadful? Yes, please. Join us in following the captain, if you please. The music you hear on my channel was composed by him on commission. I highly recommend you do the same. That is, if his commissions are open. I believe our captain has a birthday coming up soon. Getting hype. Oh yeah, May. Absolutely. A Saturday. Wow. That's coming up soon. It being, well, I mean, me being 40 and every moment for the rest of my life is coming soon. Oh, yeah. Word 'em up. If you guys got a raid and fade, though, I can dig it. I know you out there east coasting it. So no hard feelings if you guys take off for real. But otherwise, you know, dig in. We're talking lore. We're in the perfumer's quarter here in Leyndell, the golden capital. This is our probably third tour of the town, and we're much stronger than either previous expedition. So, hey, that's the spirit. Man, you made me want to take a quick little smoke break. I might take me a quick little smoke break. I mean, this is like the place to do it. Look at this. You know they grow weed in here. Alright, hold on. Yeah. Let's post up. I know there's gotta be like a patches pose I can strike here that would work out. Hold on. First of all, we're filthy. Give it a second. We gotta clean up. I keep soap in my pocket for just such an occasion. And soap. Alright. We gotta clean up before we smoke some weed. And, let's see, as far as gestures are concerned. Oh man, I don't got patches as, like, crouch position. Alright, tell you what, we'll do this one. Well, that's not half bad. Alright, hold on. Let's lean up on the wall here. See if that works. Okay, wait a minute. Which way did we turn? Ah, okay. So this should do it. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Very excited. All right. let's see. I like to think that's what the huge smoke dispensers were originally for. They were repurposed. Yeah, they're just huge volcano vaporizers. Enjoy some music. The PSI Hope theme, why don't we? Uh, while I cruise away for just, 30, 40 seconds or so. Be right back. That's the way. That's the way, waifus. Where do you think I just went? Shit was crazy. Alright, thanks for hanging through the break. Looks like Tish enjoyed herself as well. Let's fade out the PSI Hope theme. And I thought I had muted the game music, but it's fine. We're good. It was probably pretty quiet. Alright. I think I'm done with the cold coffee. I'm gonna switch to a carbonated sugar beverage. I found that sun-kissed berry lemonade, and indeed their cherry limeade is quite delightful, if you can take the sugar. I mean, it sounds groovalicious. I'd be into it. All right. Got high on the perfumer's supply, and we're ready to do some more exploring. Now, which way is the way? So these were the guys creating the chemical weapons that we see the evidence of in the battlefield in front of town. A fact I've oft repeated. Was it this way? No, this was the first way we went in. I can't rightly recall the other. Oh, right. There's a lever to pull, I believe, in an elevator to call. There it is. It's all coming back to me. Oh, man. I want like an Encino Man movie, but it's like with the dude from, the the middle dark ages. Oh wait, sorry. Also, these guys are wearing perfumers' hoods. Are these the perfumers who couldn't hang, or are they like apprentices? It's known that the perfumers had a very stringent qualification system, let's say. What are you doing? Oh, you got a bubble tier going on there. That's pretty cool. Probably gonna have to hit you twice. Yep. Oh. Now we have our own perfumer hood. There is a movie like that. What is it, Fausty? Also, let's give a shout out to our pal Faust. He's been here since Jump Street. Absolutely. Perfumer's hood. All right. Hood of an Erdtree capital perfumer. In times past, the role of perfumer was much respected, a blessed apothecary in the eyes of many. Yeah, like a healer role. But after entering the battlefields of the Shattering, they performed no such role, trading their aromatics for poisons and explosives. Heavy duty, right? Well, thank you, Faust. Let's put it on. Wow, that's kind of cool. Goes with our red eyes. We got red eyes because we work for the Lord of Blood, ostensibly. But we keep the blues. Which also looks good without red eyes. So yeah, you could think of this area as like, you know, the perfumer's headquarters where they did their planning and concoctions and stuff. Now the perfumers, like this is interesting, right? Like wow, perfumers, they really took that concept to like an absurd literal length. Uh which is true. And this is true of everything in Elden Ring, right? I mean, we're looking at a literal tree of life, for instance. We're going to listen to this flute player for a minute. So like the perfumers are based on the real world Orthodox Christian uh, uh, priests who mix together the holy chrism, which is like the like holy anointing oils that you know the Catholic Church, I believe, Russian Orthodox and Greek Orthodox churches use for various rites and rituals in their church, right? And the exact ingredients and, of course, recipes altogether of these oils is a closely guarded secret. They get together in a big ritualistic ceremony once every 10 years to make a new big batch of this stuff, which they pass out over the next 10 years to, you know, the various organizations that need it. Nights in the 80s? Oh, it's from 2001? But yeah, and we see, of course, in Elden Ring where we have a similar thing going on with these people, and it's believed that the perfumers not only did they make such oils, they were involved with the libation rituals that Queen Marika would perform, which was essentially uh, the baptisms type thing for new births in the capital, Erdtree births, the Orthodox births, those who would live with grace in the Golden Order, right? So they were involved with that as well. And then it seemed that later during the Shattering, they became involved in the production of chemical weapons. Sorry, buddy. But we got to get a move on. I can't suffer a page to live, else they hunt me down. We're going this way. Breaking out of the perfumer's quarter and into the town at large. There we go. Hi, SFEL. Seems stinky in here. It's fairly stinky. The perfumer's quarter would undoubtedly be rife with all sorts of smells and pungent odors, probably stinky odors, probably sweet. Also odors that no doubt would burn the nose, sting the eyes. Yeah. SFEL knows the score. She's hip with the street. Yeah. This pattern on those cells of this I guess door or window or what is this? Uh we've seen those before on the great gates of the outer walls of Leyndell. Thank you, Lucy. We don't have a hell of a lot to worry about. We took care of the Erdtree avatar that's here. In fact, I believe we've slayed every Erdtree avatar in the game thus far. And so we can proceed at a leisurely pace and explore and talk a little bit about Leyndell. One of my favorite locations in Leyndell is right over here. Just driven them to total extinction. Erdtree avatars are also fascinating to me. The fact that they sprang up basically on their own, fully equipped, near minor Erd trees, uh, and the fact that they look like hollowed out stumps fascinates me as well. I believe I have one of their weapons. Yes, Staff of the Avatar. Ceremonial staff depicting the Erd tree in its historic radiance, wielded by the avatars who protect the minor Erd trees. The avatars emerging in the wake of the Elden Ring shattering were determined to protect the withering Erd tree's offspring. Okay. We have an order of events thing happening in this description, don't we? Elden Ring shatters, avatars emerge. That's what in the wake of. Yes. Determined to protect the withering Erd tree's offspring. Now, they emerged in the wake, determined, like as if they emerged and determined at the same, that's as if that's concurrent to the withering Erd tree's offspring. That is the minor Erd trees where we find them. So does this mean before the shattering, the minor Erd trees had already emerged? And we're in fact in the process of withering as a result of the shattering? Because, and now this makes me think, okay, maybe these are root sprouts rather than actual seed sprouts sort of thing. This is for you, SFEL. And so this makes me think that they are in fact root sprouts, and that the seed, because we know the seeds scattered as a result of the shattering. You're welcome. How long was it between the Elden Ring breaking and the shattering? That is the same. That is the event. Well, the shattering is the series of wars, I guess, that we can think of that followed the shattering, but like we got to think that's like, well, let's think about that for a moment. It couldn't have been long, but there is known to have been sort of an intermediate period after Marika shattered and Radigan, Chronicles of Riddick. No, after Radigan tried to repair it, that Morgott, as the Veiled King of Leyndell, convened the remaining demigods who received great shards into a council uh, uh, to try to keep things together and decide that, they didn't all need to fight each other and kill each other or whatnot. This is what's evidenced by the circle of chairs at the foot of the Erd tree that Morgott talks to you in front of. There's even he even talks to them, refers to them as traitors, as if they're traitors to his attempt to keep stuff together. And I think there's even an item description or two that describes this sort of arrangement that existed for really only a flicker, as far as I can tell, in the scheme of things. But let's see. Let's look at the golden seed description again. I think I have a few. Here we go. When the Elden Ring was shattered, these seeds flew from the Erd tree, scattering across the various lands, as if life itself knew that its end had come. Now, the various lands sounds interesting too, right? Does it mean just the regions of the lands between, or perhaps even beyond? We have a wait from historical waifus. I'm waiting. Hold on. There's a sound for this. Alert, everybody. This little bit of the first part of the description is interesting to me too. A golden seed found at the base of an illusory tree. It says lands between. I'd say lands between if it was just within the region. Sounds like, yeah, I think I kind of go with that too. Hey, Tom Bomb, welcome in, pal. Here's to you. Also, this tells me that the sprouts are indeed illusory. Curious. Let's see. Let's give Tom the shouty real quick. We're making headway tonight, Tom Bomb, into figuring out what the deal is with the golden Erd tree sprouts and what was the other thing we were just staring at for 20 minutes that now I can't remember what it is. What it is. Oh, the Erd tree avatar staff thing. Where'd it go? There it is. There could be other minor Erd trees or possibly fully formed successor trees in other places, I suppose. Wow, The Legend of Zelda. That's right, Tom Bomb. You were playing The Legend of Zelda, like the OG one, right? Hard game. That game is tough nuts, let me tell you. I think I've only ever beaten it once when it was on the GBA, the Game Boy Advance re-release that happened once upon a time. I beat it while I was a security guard. Hell yeah, Tom Bomb. Good for you. It's a toughie. It can be done, though. The hardest thing about it is the dark nuts. Those are the, like, armor dudes, so you can only hit from the sides or back. Let's see. But yeah, okay. I don't know. On the face of it, I'm willing to go right now with the assumption that Erdtree was happening, Age of Plenty was rocking, minor Erdtrees started to sprout from the root system of the Erdtree slash Great Tree, and we're doing their own thing, and the shattering happened, seeds scatter, illusory trees appear where the seeds land, you know, as if little holograms or something. But in the minor Erd trees begin withering, and at the same time the avatars appear to protect them. Now, why would they be surrounded by so many warrior jars? Is another good question. Oh, well, that makes it a little worse. You should probably do like a vanilla playthrough, huh, Tom Bomb? Or not? Nah, I'm just kidding. You do what you do, as long as it's fun. And if it's not, then I'll stop you. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, we digressed because we started talking about Erdtree avatars. I'm very interested not only in the Great Tree as a mystery in the game, but in how the minor Erdtrees work, obviously, as you can tell by my enthusiasm on the subject. They may be feeding the trees. Heathen. That's a great hypothesis. We'll go look at a minor Erdtree after this. But one of the places I like a lot in Leyndell is this location. There was a Crucible Knight here. But here's the full Crucible Gardener statue. The crown sprouting crucible stump of whatever the hell that tree was. And the favored branch or sprout of the golden lineage. I'm fascinated by this big chunk that was like, yeah, we're going to do it over here, but this guy said no. Also, who is the gardener? An interesting question to ask. And here we have the evolution of that statue. The favored scion, as it's known. And they're referred to as scions in actual trees. Becoming the new trunk of the Erd tree, the gardener taking care of it. The crazy face wrinkles on the gardener statues always trip me out. Right? Like, what's the deal? His whole head's all wrinkly. Let's go look at him over here and see how... A little less wrinkly, but still wrinkly. Also, if this is from an earlier period, I suppose, I mean, if we're talking an age depiction, then maybe he would be a lot wrinklier. The pedestals that he is standing on is a depiction of Sarash, the heraldry adopted by Horalu when he became known as Lord Godfrey. This is one of my favorite Erdtree reliefs. This one done in some sort of, well, I guess gold, right? What if the avatars are from the seeds, not the other way around? Makes sense why they'd be so determined to safeguard a location. Did the gardener purge the other sprouts? That's the assumption. When you top a tree, when you're an arborist or whatever, right, and you top a tree to reinvigorate its hormones to make it grow anew, you pick the most vigorous, healthiest looking sprout, or the sprout you grafted to it and you want to grow, and you favor it. And the way you favor it is by knocking back all the other ones. Oh, hey, what's up, Cole? Oh, no, don't worry. I'm glad you made it. Have a shouty. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming in with the captain's raid. We're deep. We're deep into the lore here right now. I really like this particular building. It's the same sort of construction we see in the Erdtree Sanctuary, which is the building in the distance. Not the two spires or this column in front of me, but the one that's like even beyond the large vine. And America's bedchamber. If we get up on the avenue, we can see it a little bit better. Yeah, see the round shape with the arches all the way around and stuff. It's just on a smaller scale. Thank you so much for the follow, Cole. That's a big statue to the right. Which one? The tree sentinel guy up here? Oh, hold on. We're going to venture back in here for a moment. Take a look at the ceiling. I forget what you call this type of dome construction. But it's a common like Byzantine era construction type thing. The dragon? Oh. Oh, that's not a statue. If that's what you mean. Don't worry, we'll go out there and have a look at that. Once again, we have the 3 sprout motif, which depicts flowers. What flower would be significant to the Golden Order? I don't remember where this goes. That's a corpse, don't worry about it. Yeah, that's Grandsax. And some other time we'll talk about the dragons and things. But you're talking about this fella? Yeah, that's Grandsax. He attacked the city once with a retinue of ancient dragons, and were defeated by the Golden Order, along with who were led by Godwyn the Golden, who defeated their leader Fortisax and befriended him instead of killed him. And then the dragons were like, all right, cool, I guess people are rad, and the dragon cult was born. Okay, but we went a full circle. We're back up on the rampart. I forgot that's where this led. Oh, that's alright. We're bound to make another pass at this when talking about dragons. Because it's impossible to talk about everything on a single pass. You got to really kind of force yourself to focus on a thing. Also, it should be noted that the pickup we got from this corpse here was a Newman's rune or a hero's rune. But also interesting to note that this corpse is wearing a guilty hood with thorns wrapped around his neck, whose body is smoldering. I believe this is a form of punishment for Tarnished. Tarnished who left, or who remained in the lands between after Marika divested them of their grace. So this was probably a hero of the Golden Order's unification wars who was immediately turned upon when the Tarnished were hounded from the lands between. It was not pretty. It wasn't like Marika was like, all right, Tarnished, you got till next weekend to get out of here. Nah, she was like, nah, your grace is gone, and we all know how people in the Golden Order feel about the graceless. Good luck. But let's see what's on the adjoining building. That we got this lovely fountain in the middle here. This courtyard is really nice. Like, this is the part of Leyndell I'd probably want to hang out in the most, to be perfectly frank. Another elevator. Let us take it and see. This one goes down. Doesn't go down very far. Alright. Where are we headed? Having roving bands of battle-crazed lunatics who can't die and get stronger with each enemy they kill isn't useful for building a nation. Well, I suppose that's true. Did they do the whole runes and finger maiden thing back in those days, or... That's one thing that's kind of... We have the Dung Eater on the map here, gang. We're about to run in some plot. We are in part of the lower town of Leyndell. Yeah. So let's be careful. As we can see, the town is also filled with ash from some sort of not together distant apocalyptic event. Now, what's he doing down here? He's going to be underground. He's not going to be on the surface here. There was a blighted tree root spirit up here, which is an enemy we really don't see much in the way of descriptions of. You know, it's not like they drop a weapon or something like that. Oh, good gravy. Well, see, the last time we saw him, waifu, remember how we left last session wandering the sewers? We couldn't find him. Well, it turns out it was a really early left-hand turn we could have made. That we could have found him fast. And at the beginning of this session, found him fast, we did. And we went ahead and defiled this corpse like he asked us. He's like, Golden Order, they're gonna get it. And so I reloaded the area, talked to him again. He didn't have any change in dialogue. Oh, wait, so this... Okay, never mind. I'm getting all excited. He's still here. This is just where he is. I was kind of expecting to just see him move for some reason. He probably won't move until after we beat Morgott. Never mind. Okay, so let's talk about this part of town. I don't really know what to make of it. It's very close to the boundary of where the original Eternal City was before it fell down here. Yeah, look at this. There's a portcullis that leads to that part, which once again would lead nowhere. Here's the three sprouts motif again, with a door knocker. So this was a door, and we can tell that the residents were waxing up the cracks to keep the ash from getting in, but wow, it really collected down here and buried most of the neighborhood. The dung eater with a unintelligible Cajun accent, that would be pretty funny. Especially because I'd probably be able to interpret it. Some argue that the ash we see is from a previous Erd tree burning. Oh, so there is a guy right there. We're gonna have to blow him up good. Ready? Got his ass. Should probably drink some blue stuff. Alright, we got these jerks hanging out everywhere. You can one hit him with the arch? That's pretty sweet. There's a bleeding omen killer right there. Forgot about him. Oh, have I ever gone into that bell tower? I don't know if I've ever gone into this bell tower. It's probably best you don't know what he's saying. Yeah, it's true. He would only be describing in detail. Oh, yeah, of course I've been through this way. It's the original way down here. Alright, we are underneath Grandsax, who definitely smashed up a good chunk of the town doing what he did. Again, ton of ash every which way. Perhaps older construction than the upper parts of Leyndell. Oh, I meant to... Ow. There we go. I was meaning to use the arch. Arc. Hark! It's kind of wandering around freely for now. Trying to see if we see details. Oh. Now, kind of interesting that these guys would be here, though. Right? These are the black dumpling wearing albinurics. And we have the black dumpling here. Mask forced on a victim's head to lend torture an extra degree of cruelty. Alright, so, well, I guess the Golden Order was using them too, but we got this one in Volcano Manor, where, yeah, that is corpse wax. But it looks like the Golden Order was using them too, right? Because we just found some albinurics wearing it. All enraged. Speaking of corpse wax. Alright, this exits underneath the wing of Grand Sax, I believe. This is where I wanted to go. I was curious about the door to nowhere. We're on a door to nowhere. Here it is. Come on inside. Alright, we do have to be wary though, because I know for a fact there's a couple of jokes, like this joke who's a joke. Alright, I think I'm just gonna take the sneak attack. I hear one on patrol though. Shit. Ugh. Okay. Ooh. You don't see me? Ah, shit, he sees me. Or does he? I think we'll keep the hammer ready. Don't come back this way, man. Ran all the way around whatever the hell this building is. Oh. Not too bad. Fairly reasonable. Okay. Ah, screw it. He was stunned. Alright, I think that's all the big bads in this. Oh shit! Ow, man. You jerk. Just for that, now your friends gotta get it. It'll teach you a lesson. Now give me your clothes. Okie dokie. Hey, Greg, you all good? Greg fell funny. Greg was killed trying to do the crane technique. I should know, I killed him. I mean, this here is like a humongous detail that like 99% of players just miss out, right? That here's this huge ass portcullis to nowhere. But would line up fairly decent with a main avenue that matches up with the main gates here. That once again are to nowhere. So this part of Leyndell is hypothesized to have been the original Leyndell, represented by the Eternal City, whose ruins now are scattered deep below in the so-called nameless Eternal City. Greg was 2 days from retirement. Everybody was. It's been, 50,000 years or whatever since the shattering, but everyone was going to retire tomorrow. And I showed up. No. Well, hey, Draculair, check it out. We're walking right up the wings of Grand Sax, the corpse of Grand Sax. Apparently, in some instances, when ancient dragons die, they turn into stone. Through and through. They're scales made out of a substance called gravel stone. a substance which is not found in the scales of quote-unquote modern dragons, who are indeed their descendants, I believe, and in fact can be used to great effect to wound modern dragons. Ah, here's some gravel stone here. Let us look at its description. I wish. Let's see. Gravelstone. Gravelstone. Like, gravelstone sounds like the most boringest crafting item possible, right? Turns out, such compound stones found in lands once beset by ancient dragons, and occasionally directly beneath a big dead one, are said to be the scales of those very beasts. Like, what? They're dragon scales? I thought it was just like driveway gravel. Sometimes you need rocks in your potions. I don't know, but no. It turns out, yeah, they're scales, dragon scales. Not unlike the stone dragon scales described in Dark Souls canon. Speaking of canon. You gotta show no mercy to those dweebs. Also, check this thing out. This is Grandsax's lance weapon. An actual physical lance that Grandsax the dragon wielded and hurled into the city on his attack. Now, how Grandsax came to crash into this location and basically become inert is a little bit unknown to me. You know what? We never did go by his feet, did we? Probably because there's some jerks down here who would make it really hard. Oh shit, he spotted us. You know, that's fine. Darn it. Oh, we only got one more? Boo. Oh, I hit him. Sweet. Alright, well, we may have to go exploring down there. Even though we're out of magic juice. Crap. Well, no, we just know that... Oh, that guy is simple enough to take down. Brave soldier. Easy does it, Taiga. I did eat some of them once. Now my voice is really gravelly. Is that good? I didn't smoke enough cigarettes. I think I smoked maybe just enough cigarettes. Also, are we near a level? Kinda. Never went down here. Cane sword. Where is it? Man, all the hilts of these things look the same. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Not it. Cripes, where is it? Oh, here it is. I spotted it. Beloved sword of an aged knight whose last quest was long behind him. Repurposed into a walking stick. The tip is rather worn. Though bent of back and without the brawn required to even raise the sword aloft, he still wished to meet his end with weapon in hand. Huh. Good for you, pal. I presume you did. Behold, old codger. Fascinating. Well, so yeah, apparently I didn't go down here. Uh-oh. Okay. Golden Rune 9. Another Envoy's Horn. A switch? Oh, this is the door to the door to the fortified manor's now open. Thanks, guys. I too know the nightmare of watching somebody scroll past something 3 or 4 times and them just not seeing it. Okay. I never even knew about that shortcut, I don't think. I always relied on just warping there after I got there the first time. Mm-hmm. Oops. Now, these trees were explicitly called illusory in the Golden Seed description. Explicitly. This object here is a basin, presumably for holding on to the sacred tears of the Erd tree itself. Open to the sky. Are those snowmen? No, they are oracle envoys. Strange bubble men. They seem to have more in common with soap bubbles than snowmen, to be perfectly frank. Not much is known about them, except that they appear to herald the coming of a new god, usually. Apparently. Alright, is there a better way down? I guess I can go down this way, right? Tell you what, we'll finally hit the gray spot here to replenish my resources. Yeah, a little bit, huh, waifu? Did Crit beat No, he didn't. I don't think so. But man, he's good. I am not good at Zelda Breath of the Wild. I am not good. As highly functional as I am in SMZ3, etc. Okay, we're good. I am not good at Breath of the Wild. There's a page. Hey, what's going on? Pages work close with perfumers, but we also see them, well, yeah. We've seen them in Rayo Lucaria also, after Azure Staff. Alright, let's let this guy do his thing. So he can summon bubbles, right? And their anatomy is definitely weird. I presume they have legs, and they're just, like, in their bundle somehow. Alright, tell you what, let's go eat a bunch of runes. Yeah. We're gonna eat a bunch of runes and get us a level, and then we don't have to worry about it no more. Let's see. Oh, I missed a message about the dragon. Let's see. Let me scroll up a bit. If the switch is attracted in the road of dragons, then the doors and windows of all the buildings sealed. The course flags that indicate the buildings were used to bury the dead. I think the common explanation for the wax around the windows and doors is to actually keep the ash from intruding inward into the houses, and are unrelated to and in fact postdate the Dragon War quite a bit. Thank you, Lucy, for getting my attention to that. Azathoth, the blind idiot god, is, yeah, that's some Lovecraft stuff, is kept asleep by a chorus of wailing instruments. That's, yeah, there you go. The demon sultan needs to be kept asleep to keep reality continuing. Yes, I've heard of this Lovecraftian situation that you describe. Okay, let's see. In the town below us here, we see where Grand Sax's lance struck the building. And take a look at this, waifu. Look at the detail on the shaft of this here lance. That filigree that's visible on the central shaft there, I believe is the same filigree we see on the projectiles outside of town. The chemical warfare projectiles. Indicating to me that the dragons built the spears were in fact dragon lances. To drop a property name reference. But I believe then there might have been Lansax herself, and perhaps golems as well throwing those projectiles. But that filigree appears to be the same filigree on those projectiles. Of course, this is more elaborate, but I mean, this isn't a perfumer's projectile made as an improvised weapon of war. This is a grand ancient dragon's lance. I don't know. I think they would have to be purpose-built. And the dragons, you know, would have been well allied. I see them doing this for Leyndell during the Shattering. Oh yeah, I got distracted. I was going to see how much it would take to level and stuff. Excuse me. We need another 14,000. That's easy. We'll eat that. Let's see, we're sitting on 99 of these. We should probably eat a nice chunk of them. Alright. Another 6,000 more. Two of these. He's a Cthulhu's a chump who runs a 2-bit cult average. Yeah, when it comes down to it. But it also kind of demonstrates just how rapidly each writer in the Lovecraft mythos, because I believe really only Cthulhu is the only one written by Lovecraft, isn't? Weren't these other ones written by different authors actually who just adopted the mythos? And because that was a thing, right? Lovecraft was like open about wanting people. No, everybody write for it. And so everybody just kind of one-upped each other with the next coolest, big, bad, scary thing. Oh man, we fell short by 19 runes. Wow, that's astounding. Okay, well, we'll eat one more of these then. Alright, we're keeping 69 intelligence. I don't care. We'll give ourselves, or you know what? Not that. We'll give ourselves more mind. Right, yeah, yeah. And so, and the most famous of which, and the one you're referencing, is, of course, Shadow of Innsmouth. And yeah, I don't know who's responsible for the original genesis of Azathoth, the blind idiot god. Was that an original Lovecraft joint or somebody in the extended mythos? Okay, real quick. Now that we're on to something with this here. Oh, look, the filigree is much more visible right now. Thanks to the lighting. Alright, we're gonna go have a look at this real quick, since we graced anyway. Alright, oh, that's right, Cthulhu wasn't even in Shadow of Innsmouth, was he? That was Dagoth. Anyway. What do you think? I'm no longer so sure. I'm no longer so sure. I mean, maybe an adaptation. Let's go look at the ones where we can see the points a little better. Dagon and Hydra and their cult of normal people from New England. Patriots fans. Not that I have any special affiliation to the sports ball teams. I mean, in general, I speak out against the NFL as a corrupt organization that enables some of the worst behavior in some of its players and managers, etc. However, okay, so yeah, we have the, I guess, bronze or you know, metallic point of this thing with the screw on it. We got a transition. And then we have what appears to be, I guess, like almost like stone shaft here. And then the perfuming sconce upon its top. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's like, you know, an adaptation of that design. Alright, now let's go back up there and have a look-see. That was... Here we go. Let's see how we feel about that filigree. Oh, of course. What the hell time is it? We gotta... I don't know how the day-night cycle works in this game. Oop. Until noon. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't suspect that they would try to design them as big as this, right? I mean, to be thrown by Grandsax, who was huge even for ancient dragons. There's that additional spiral wrap around it that doesn't quite fit. I think it's a different filigree. Looking at it in more detail, but I mean, you got the screw kind of right there in the center. Perhaps inspired. I don't know. I might be chasing shadows. Gosh, should I be like on a forum or something asking questions instead of just out here on myself? Or would I just have like 24 people going, no, we thought of that already, no. And I'd be like, oh. Oh, look, we never went down there. Living in Leyndell must be a really messy sleep, so it could be midnight. Yeah, the Erd tree is just really bright. Midnight, people of the Erd tree capital. You know, the guy. That would be a funny meme if someone were inspired to make it. Here's a gladiator. Let's take him down so we're not fussing with him. Oh, fuck. Gosh. I thought I was going to be smooth and maybe dodge a couple of those, but... Well, it being high noon, we can at least look at his wristbands. He's got serpent wristbands, serpent leg stuff, and serpent stuff on the helmet that we have a hard time seeing. Come on, buddy. There we go. We got him on his back. Sweet. There we go. We can see the... Yeah, we can see the serpent on the back. His back is covered in whip scars. That was true. Hey, thanks for shouting out, Faust, and you have a good night, pal. You okay? uh... Ew, look at his toenails. But yeah, so I mean, I can see how his possible actual association with a serpent cult might be a thing. Let's see. Yeah, Corbin and Goldmask are still up above. But I think I want to get down there somehow. How are we going to do that? Do we have to go from that route over there? I think so. If we try dropping down from here, it might be deadly. We can't ride our horse. This is a no-go area for the horse. I wonder if there's any lore for that, you know. Why shouldn't we be able to ride Torrent? Yeah, we gotta ride the wild roots to get over there. Let's give it a go. Or these aren't roots, actually. These are vines. Vines that have sprouted and wrapped their way around the capital, which apparently post-date, of course, the upper Leyndell. They come after, and in fact, they probably came after the Shattering. These Erdtree Guardians sometimes have flowers. That's interesting, huh? Don't you think? Okay, perfect. You're aiming really good. Gravity magic. Gotta love it. Okay, so looks like we could simply drop down on this guy. Not so fast, fancy pants. And down we go. Indeed. Checking logs, which can archive. I mean, that's incredible stuff, Lucy. Here's some baby Miranda flowers. Their presence down here is fairly interesting. Miranda flowers are actually important to perfumers. Miranda powder is a key ingredient to a great many perfumer concoction. Alright. But what they are doing here is unknown. Smithing stone 6. Ooh, there's some items across the way over here. I know where this is. There's a perfumer there. And one of those stinky lions. I hate those lions. What a gap. Alright, what's the deal with this gap here also? I mean, nothing just because the game wants there to be a gap here, but it does seem odd. a bit out of place. Oh, we missed a Miranda flower. Also, are those Miranda flowers emerging from their back? Huh. Ah. Yo, no, say. Alright. So yeah, we're running along a vine network here. This actually isn't Erd tree stuff. Most apparent because, well, the foliage isn't glowing. Also, the fact that we are pretty sure that the Erd tree, as we see it right here, isn't really right here. There's chunks of it, sure. Mostly a stump, though. And that the rest is fully illusory. Whoa. That was a tough one. Yeah, a big spiky weapon it had, and its amazing eruption of flowers. You were a special Erdtree Guardian, it seems like. You leveled up right in that moment. I don't remember facing him the first time I come up here. Now the place we have reached here, whoa, is the Erdtree Sanctuary. And these are Erdtree Guardians, but they seem like they like to hang out on that the vines gave them a good place to hang out, I guess, but as I say, the vines would be newer. And we see them here within the Erdtree Sanctuary, fairly well developed. And suspended is that chair, and in that chair was a monk who had the Principia, the Golden Order Principia, basically a book of the fundamental incantations of the Erdtree. Here we see finger reader crones strewn about, apparently lifeless. Here at the foot of the Erdtree itself. Here's another basin like we saw below, except this one is covered. And in fact, besides the one we saw below, there are several of these basins throughout Leyndell, and they are all covered. But for that one, which is back here. Literally right in the crosshairs here. Which blows my mind a little bit. I watched a video by Tarnished Archaeologist that described what the covered gazebo's purposes was with the basins within them. But I don't remember it going over the uncovered one. And the purpose of them being covered was to restrict access to the tiers of the tree, I believe. I believe that's the idea. Once again, hard to tell though. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it took down the Godfrey illusion, who has his full intact battle axe and everything. Managed to first try that sucker. Hank and Larry, OP. And we had even ventured into Marika's bedchamber, where I noticed these stone tablets for the first time. An entire library of them. Stacked. Filling every corner. Look, even surrounding Marika's bed. In addition to the tablets, we see these scrolls, which look like bark, but within which is clearly inscribed some sort of runic language. That Morgoth's Godfrey illusion indicates that he and Godfrey had some sort of positive relationship. Mm-hmm. Uh, and it's hard to say if the language in these tablets is the same language written on the scrolls, but they look a little bit dissimilar. Yeah, totally. There's even vases full of them. What knowledge must be on these? And where do the tablets come from? Where do the scrolls come from? I would wager the tablets, of course, probably date back. These might even be fragments of stuff from Farum Azula, right? The scrolls here, these bark scrolls, perhaps even, perhaps more recent. Queen Marika's bed itself is not more than a great Erdtree sap basin itself, the greatest of them all, which makes sense because Queen Marika, in depictions prior to the Shattering, is always depicted in a libation motif. We'll have a look at that. Here is Queen Marika in the libation motif. I'll zoom it out so we can see. Whoop. Here we go. Bestowing the blessings of the Erdtree, personally, by Queen Marika, as the descriptions say. And indeed, Marika's bedchamber is open, and the light of the Erdtree shines within. You think it looks like the script of the Coded Sword? I wish we can get a better look at it, because the camera wants to do the, oh, you're trying to see something, let me get this object out of your way move. Let's see, we can do some OBS trickery and maybe see. Yeah, let's do that. You ready? We're going to enhance. Hope you're ready to enhance, because we're going to enhance. Enhance! Alright. Okay, we're gonna, gonna enhance even more. Enhance! Whoa, that's, uh-oh. Okay. we might be enhancing too much. Oh. Okay. This really doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, they're definitely two different scripts, the scrolls and the tablets. I'm willing to assume the tablets are Farum Azula. Like perhaps they're the record of their whole history. And the scrolls perhaps the record of the history of the Erd Tree. Perhaps written on actual Erd Tree bark. Perhaps that's a wild leap, that last conclusion. Fascinating. But I think the time has finally come. I think. Indeed. What secrets were privy to America? Look at the golden leaves, though. Look at just how absolute... I've never noticed just how straight up gold leaf these leaves are. Huh. Okay. Well, here's what we do, gang. We're going to go forth. We're going to bring Melina in there with us. Indeed. Quite gilded. But are they falling from the Erd Tree? Or are they illusions? Well, I guess that wouldn't be mutually exclusive. Some gold leaf blunts. Let's do it. Alright. So. Let's summon her. Melina. We got some work to do, me and you. Hello, Melina. That's a cool weapon you got there. Oh, well, I'm gonna get that again. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and eat the crab. Hank and Larry, I'll leave it to you. But first, cutscene.
Graceless, tarnished. What is thy business with these thrones? Ah, Godric the Golden. The twin prodigies, Mikola and Malenia.
See, this is the council setup that I was referring to earlier, waifus.
General Radahn, Praetor Rykard,
Lady Ronnie. A Lunar
Lunar
Princess.
Princess
Lunar
Rani.
Princess Ronnie, yes.
Willful traitors, all. Thy kind are all of a piece. Pillagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Whoa.
Have it writ upon thy meager grave. Felled by King Morgoth, last of all kings.
Alright, well, I guess we'll see about that. We're gonna bring my friends, though. Hope you don't mind. Also, Melina, get up in here. Oh no, my skellies! Come back! No! Get up, you guys! Yes! I rescued my friends! Get him, Melina!
Stained by my curse, such they cannot.
And we got him.
Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
I think we're a little OP. And 4-on-1. Hoo boy, was that fun. Melina, thank you. Hank and Larry, you did great. Everyone made it. We all made it through. And we got Margit's great rune and his remembrance. Hoo buddy. So yeah, I'm digging the high intellect build. 69 intelligence, let it be known. Alright. Excellent. Let's see what we got. Wait, where is it? I know we have to activate it, but... where is it? Well, we can look at his remembrance. We'll take a quick break and read all that, though. Be right back, gang. Let's hear some more music from Captain Sekatai. This is my own channel's theme. Thanks for hanging, gang. Yes, we crossed a big milestone, and we're going to talk all about it. Music down, get me up there. Okay. So we got the rune and the remembrance. What's funny is the rune isn't appearing in the inventory. Right? I thought it did appear, just not activated. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Thank you, Lucy, for the welcome backs. Seek the divine tower of East Altus, which stands beyond the great bridge from Leyndell's eastern ward. Ooh. That is to say... East Altus, it said, right? Did say East Altus. Okay. And then the other item was... a remembrance, right? Where did we stick those at? Here we go. Remembrance of Morgott, the Omen King, hewn into the Erd Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. Though born one of the graceless Omen, Morgott took it upon himself to become the Erd Tree's protector. He loved not in return, for he was never loved, but nevertheless love it he did. Scorned by the Erd Tree, and yet basically its final protector. I believe we find Morgott. Where is he? Oh, here he is. And look, his horns are gone. Let's have a look at him. The, like, wounds from the horns are there, but here Morgott lies. Crazy.
Erd tree wards off all who deign approach. We are all forsaken. None may claim the title of Elden Lord. Thy deeds shall be met with failure, just as I.
And thus passes last king of Leyndell, Morgoth. Now, that his horns have vanished is a matter of some concern. And I agree, Morgoth is a great character. I don't agree personally with his motivations, and believe him ultimately to be victimized by the tree, like so many. But the fact that his horns were taken from him in the end here is a matter of great interest to me. That the greater will then is responsible for inflicting the horns in the first place, as demonstrated by the ability to simply take them away. Indeed. We heard him during the battle cursing his omen blood. And, you know, when he let loose at his second phase, I know it happened so fast, he releases his omen blood and splatters it upon the thrones, right? And he was very upset about this, like knowing even if he defeated us at that point, he has sullied this space with his blood, which he regards as cursed. Before we proceed inside, but like, also what's really cool is like, look what the Elden throne looks upon Marika's bedchamber. Oh, we're not allowed to leave. But I wanted to look upon the Erd Tree's great entrance. It's raining right now. The Elden Ring, 4 rings present, a center and 3 adjacents. The depiction of the roots, and the trunk and the canopy. But yet mirrored, yes? There's like a double canopy and then what appear to be roots extending heavenward. Also notable, ton of damage. Right? Ton of damage on this here door. Or access or whatever. And here also we can see almost plainly the transition between the outer bark and the inner bark. The outer bark looks kind of fakey. As if it were an illusion covering the charred and burnt husk of the true Erd tree beneath. But yes, let us approach. Let's tarry no longer. And approach the Holy of Holies. What should be the access to the Erd tree's interior, where Queen Marika and the Elden Ring lie. Oh boy, am I familiar with this little entryway. Alas, the way it is blocked. Thorny vines and a lattice work, which is, of course, as we know, the symbol of Lord Radigan, bars the way. Impenetrable thorns refuse all. None may enter the Erd tree. It's true. And now a gray site appears behind us. At the foot of the throne itself. This archer's a big fat phony. And resting here, we should speak with Melina. There she is. Hi, Melina. Been a minute.
Hello again, old friend. Allow me a moment to converse with you. You were unable to enter the Erd Tree, no? Prevented by the mantle of barbs. The thorns are impenetrable, a husk of the Erd Tree's being that spurns all that exists without. The only way to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord is to pass the thorns. My purpose serves to aid in that very act. So I'd like you to undertake a new journey with me to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountain tops of the giants.
Elden Ring
Then
Part 2.
I can set the Erd Tree aflame and guide you down the path to becoming Elden Lord.
Well, thank you kindly, Melina. Let's talk to you some more.
I wish to journey with you once more to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountain tops of the giants. Then I can set the Erd Tree aflame and guide you.
Sounds great.
Shall I turn your runes to strength?
Yes, please.
Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Alright, Melina. Cool. Now, I'm curious, now that Melina is, you know, traveling with us once again, this is where Season 2 would begin. I'm curious as to whether or not we have access to the dialogue options we had with her. At grace sites, such as here at the Minor Erd Tree Church. We do! Happy days! Let's hear what she has to say about the Minor Erd Tree Church. Hey, Melina.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
Once again, warrior jars are here. Undoubtedly to feed the tree. I'm interested.
In Marika's own words, I declare mine intent.
I do declare.
To search the depths of the Golden Order through understanding of the proper way. Our faith, our grace is increased. Those blissful early days of blind belief are long past. My comrades, why must ye falter?
Oh, got a gesture. Well, thank you, Marika. I didn't really know what to make of it. Talked about, though, like, exploring the faith of the Golden Order as opposed to taking it for what it, you know, at face value. Perhaps a departure from fundamentalism. But man, this is one of my favorite sites in the whole game. But, let's see. We can go a couple of little bits. Let's see. Let's travel to the Round Table Hold. Yep, there they are. The fingers aren't going to talk to us no more.
Well, you managed to return. You know what this means. The Earth Tree has spurned you. The fingers remain still, shaken by this turn of events. They are busy consulting the greater will. When they are finished, the fingers will again offer their guidance. But thousands, if not tens of thousands, of moons must first pass. No matter for me, but you. How will you ever manage the weight? My, oh my.
Sounds like the earliest inclinations of what leads to the shattering. Yeah, I mean, eventually Marika's faith in the Golden Order was shaken to the point where, like, no, I need to break the ring. Let's see. What can we get out of Morgott here? We can get his cursed sword, warped blade of shifting hue, used by Morgott, the Omen King. The accursed blood that Morgott recanted and sealed away, reformed into this blade. Crazy. So it's like made out of Omen blood. Regal Omen Bairn. Doll of a curse-born bairn from the Erd Tree's royal line. Yep, does wraiths just like the other one. Omen babies born of royalty do not have their horns excised, but instead are kept underground, unbeknownst to anyone, imprisoned for eternity. These memorial fetishes are fashioned in secret. Nothing new here. Oh wait, hold on. We got the Fell Omen cloak. Ragged fur worn about the exposed body of Margit, the Fell Omen, having slaughtered countless champions during the Shattering. The Fell Omen has become a horror to those who harbor ambitions for the Erd Tree or for lordship. We defeated it. Alright,
Now go forth.
we'll leave this for now. And, yeah, we'll consider what the implications are for us advancing past the Morgott fight. And yeah, we'll move from there. Also, I think those red banners, historical waifus, these banners here that we see hanging, I believe are related to them. They look like they're from the same period, same kind of embroidery and stuff like that, which firmly places them as late Crucible, early Erd Tree, part of Godfrey's stuff here in the Round Table Hold / Fortified Manor.